mindset is hugely important when you're dealing with burnout. We focus so much on doing, but everything really starts with being. I believe the natural order of things is be, then think, then do. And we tend to, in our culture, in this hustle culture, we do things first, and then we think, and then if we have time, we can be. And we rarely have time to be. And for me, that's kind of what leads to burnout. And so, quite frankly, when I start having that conversation, a lot of people will put their hands up and say, I don't have time to be because I have so many things to do. And I point them back to, well, that's exactly the problem. You have to sit and be. You have to start with, why are you even doing this? Why do you think? Why do you have the belief or the mindset that you have to grind it out like this to be successful?
So I liked the way you said that. You got to be, then do, then
be, then think.
Be, then think, then do.
Right. Doing is the last thing that we should focus on. I believe being is really all about that deep spiritual connection, whether you call it to your higher self or to God or the universe. But that's really where the truth of our existence is going to come from. That's where our identity comes from. And that identity then informs our beliefs, or that's what, I believe we should be gleaning our identity from. I think most of us tend to get our identity from what we experience or from input from other people who might have an underdeveloped consciousness, right? And so we come across all these ideas like you have to be the best, you have to be perfect, you have to be overqualified, you have to be all these things you should be. And we hear this consistently over and over. And instead of really sitting with the truth of our identity and connecting very deeply to our purpose, we ingest all these shoulds and we immediately run off and start acting and doing on that information versus just letting our identity resonate within ourselves and creating our set of beliefs and values, our mindset, our thinking off of that, and then acting and doing out of that set of beliefs.
When you're working with someone, you're trying to help them start with just being. Do you ask them to dedicate some time in the morning or during the day to just focus on the feeling of gratitude or think about things they're grateful for? Or?
Yeah, one of the first things that I ask people to do is to go through the exercise of the 5 whys. So why are you doing things the way you're doing them? And you get to a why and you drill it down to what's the root belief. Then I ask people to flip the script to whatever that root belief is. So my root belief was, if I don't, I'll be poor. And so I wanted to flip the script to, I'm so grateful that I've earned whatever that flipping the script is, and just sit with that, even if it's just for a minute a day, to let the truth of my existence sink into me, versus the experiences or mindsets that were fed to me by other people that didn't even belong to me. So I really do believe sitting and being, even if it's just a minute a day, is super important to sort of starting that journey out of burnout.
Are there any other ways to help someone feel gratitude for the first time if they're not sure even what it is?
Yeah, so one of the things that I'll take my clients through is a focused breathing exercise, because breath is something we really take for granted. And so just doing, a focused breathing exercise where you begin to feel the breath, notice the breath coming into the nostrils. What does it feel like coming into the nostrils? How does it feel as you hold that breath? And where do you notice that sensation in the body as it's leaving the body and exiting the nostrils? What's the difference? And it just draws awareness to something that we take for granted every day and allows us to develop gratitude in that way.
I love breathing exercises. I don't know if I told you, I just released an app that helps people do slow rhythmic breathing.
Yes, I downloaded it. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Really, really glad to hear that. The slow, deep breathing, focusing on the breath, that was, I tried a lot of things after I fainted. I did therapy. I took some antidepressants, and it really helped me with a lot of the mental stuff that was going on, a lot of the habitual thinking patterns. But the breathing helped me with the physiological side, which was that last piece that I was having a lot of trouble with. And so combining the gratitude with the breathing just made such a difference.